Philip Stoughton. I am here at Clarity Design in Southern California. I'm joined by Tom, who's the CEO and the founder, and originally a printed circuit board designer, a man after my own heart. The reason I chose to stand in front of these is because I think it's really important that you're a design and engineering-led company. Much as you're a EMS contract manufacturer, that design and engineering in your DNA has made a huge difference to the business. Can you tell me the founding story and how you got to where you are today?
Sure. Well, my father manufactured ceramic capacitors all my life, so I always like to go into work and see with my father and see things being made. So I think that was in my DNA.
Yeah.
And I am an engineer by training and profession, but we do take an engineering approach to manufacturing and to design, of course, here at Clarity Design. And my feeling is that having it all under one roof, our engineering presence makes our manufacturing stronger because we can help fixturing, and we also design for manufacturability. And also having it makes our designers better as well because manufacturing gives them feedback as to the manufacturability of the products they've designed. So it's really synergistic, and it's a case of, I think, 1 + 1 = 3.
I absolutely agree, and I listening to the guys speaking about, for example, the Co-Young inspection machines you have. The information you're getting out of them is improving your manufacturing process, but it also allows you to give feedback all the way back to the design cycle. That's hugely
Absolutely,
valuable.
yes. And also with our engineering approach, we can make the transition from design to manufacturing more automatic by Python scripts and the like to supplement the tools that create the designs. So there's less manual entry, less chance for errors and mistakes, and it speeds up the process.
Yeah, and you're doing software engineering, you're doing software development here. I mean, I've really geeked out here today. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you guys are really thinking about what you can do in design and engineering to improve manufacturing, and it's kind of this beautiful ecosystem you've created here. I don't think I've seen that many other places.
It's a virtuous circle, and it's what we have to do to be competitive, particularly if we're manufacturing in the United States. So it does give us a leg up. It also lets us offer our customers value-added services that just a straightforward contract manufacturer can't. Sustaining engineering over the life of the product. Over time, we can redesign the product to get cost out, to add features, and so on. And it's all under one roof. The other thing that came into play was during the supply chain problems in the middle of the pandemic, we actually had to redesign most of the products that we manufacture around what we could purchase. And we did, and we kept our customers supplied throughout the entire pandemic.
Yeah, and you're able to do that on the fly. You're able to do that really fast because you're not looking for somebody else to do it. You're not looking for a partner.
And we're the original
right
designers
away
as well.
Yeah.
So we are the cognizant engineers, and we can make the changes.
Yeah, and Tom, you seem to have found a bit of a niche in medical devices. It seems to be something you're really good at. What do you put that down to? Is it because they do require very high quality, very high reliability, but a lot of miniaturization as well? You've got to compact a lot in, but you've got to make it manufacturable.
Well, all of the above. For one thing, it does mean that we're helping the world to be a better place. We're making people feel better about themselves and feel better about their health. So it's also joyous to us to know that what we're doing is helping people. But also, it is all of the above. It adds complexity, it adds documentation requirements and traceability, and it didn't happen overnight. It really started with one of our customers that was really on a roll. It was a consumer non-prescription product, over-the-counter product, but as they grew, we grew, and that got us into the medical domain, and then we've just grown from there.
Yeah, I'd say it's a bit of a snowball effect, isn't it? Once you get known in that field, then people are going to recommend you, and word of mouth is, that's hugely important in this industry.
And the FDA applies to U.S. sold products, and we're in the U.S., so it made sense to add to that as well. And that makes us attractive. Again, in terms of manufacturing in the United States, medical products are a good area to be in because it does help to have local presence.
Yeah, and FDA approval isn't the only approval you have. You have ITAR, you have ISO.
Right, we have ISO 9001 for general best practices in design and manufacturing, 13485 for medical device design and manufacturing, FDA, we're registered with the FDA as a manufacturer of Class 2 devices, and ITAR for any restricted military or defense products.
Yeah. And you're keeping that engineering muscle up with the people you hire. You've got 12 patents up here. You've got more in the pipeline.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. You're a long way from your design roots, but you're still holding on to the ethos of that design.
Yeah, as the company has grown, I play a different role as not in the trenches on designs necessarily, but also kind of the old man that guides the designs, the architecture of the designs and the like, always keeping in mind the manufacturability, the costs and so on, and our customers' requirements.
Yeah, and when you start to scale manufacturing in a business like this, you need to have strategic partners that provide your equipment. You've got Yamaha placement machines, you've got the Co-Young guys for inspection. Talk me a little bit through the selection process of the Co-Young and where you were involved there and what it was about the company and the machine that struck you as valuable.
Well, great question, because it's a good story. So we were evaluated as a manufacturer by a company, and they came through and they said, you look great, except you don't have SPI and AOI. And I said, fine. When you see that technology at CMs, whose machines do you see? And they said, the machines we see the most are Co-Young out of South Korea. So I kept that in mind, and I was at a trade show and happened to meet the rep for Co-Young, the Southern California rep for Co-Young. And I noticed on their banner that they had Co-Young. So I started asking them about that, and that's PMR in Southern California. And so then they set up, the support has been terrific. They set up a demo at their facility. We actually brought some of our boards in and ran them through. Gave us a high degree of confidence that, yeah, that's a good choice. So it's really worked out well. The installation went very smoothly, the training and the support that we've had ever since. So, and learning more about Co-Young, that they've got really a very large worldwide market share, made us feel good about the fact that they're going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, and they're not just around, they're going to be around keeping you up to date with new technologies that's coming down the track and all those things. When you look at a strategic partner, and I think those placement areas and the inspections, vendors do have to be strategic partners. It's not just about the machine, it's about all the other stuff you mentioned.
Right, the whole ecosystem around it as well. And I will say that as we bring in prospective customers and they see our shop and we point out the benefits of SPI and AOI, they get it. Yeah. And they really like it.
Yeah, and it's it's a beautiful shop. When you look, when you get here, then I think you see what you want to see, and that's what's really valuable. And actually, the other thing that I've really enjoyed is when I walk around, I feel like I'm being spoken to by an engineer that's probably been through the same that a customer's been through in terms of product design, in terms of getting it ready for manufacturing. That's got to be valuable.
Yes, I won't hire engineers that I can't put in front of customers, and I don't want to have somebody in between them, so they have a direct pipeline to our engineers as we're developing their products. And we do take an engineering approach to manufacturing, as I've said before. And for instance, our director of manufacturing is a chemical engineer, but he knows processes. Our process engineer is a computer science major. So they know how to link things together and automate them, as I mentioned before. So yes, you can't throw a rock at Clarity Design without hitting an engineer.
Well, Tom, congratulations.
But we'd prefer that you don't throw any rocks.
Yeah, don't throw any rocks. Tom, you have a beautiful shop, you have a great team, you have a great business here, and I really like the business model. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thanks, Philip. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.